My parents started finding out that I am currently dating someone and invited my husband and I for dinner at a high-end restaurant. I told my husband that we didn't have to, and I brought up the fact that they were judgeful people. My husband smiled and told me that he doesn't mind and that he will try and do whatever he can to win my parents. When my husband and my parents first met, everything went fine. It wasn't until an hour later into the conversation was when my dad brought up the question of what he did for a living. My husband told my dad that he owned a small coffee shop. My dad scoffed and said, "So you expect to date my daughter with a low income?" I cut off my dad and told him to stop. My husband responded and told my parents that he was making a decent income from his store because of the college students that go there. My mom then joined the conversation and said, "Well, we always imagined our daughter to end up marrying to a wealthy family, and I'm just going to be honest and say that this relationship isn't going to work out." My husband smiled and calmly said, "So what do you guys do for a living?" My father mentioned he was a sales manager at a company, and my mother was a teacher. Throughout dinner, they continued making subtle comments about success and status. As we were leaving the restaurant, the valet brought around a sleek luxury car. To my surprise, he handed the keys directly to my husband. My parents' eyes widened as they realized the car was his. "The coffee shop is just something I am passionate about," my husband explained casually. "I actually work as a software engineer for a tech company. The shop is more for community than profit." My parents suddenly became awkwardly polite, trying to recover from their earlier judgments. On our way home, I couldn't help but laugh seeing their expressions change so quickly. My husband just winked at me and squeezed my hand as we drove away.